Welcome, race fans, and welcome to United Dirt Sim Series, the Peoria Invitational UMP Modifieds here at Limaland. Tonight is race number 2 of the Peoria Invitational. We were at, I believe, the dirt track of Charlotte last week. We had a great, exciting race. These gentlemen all come from the Illinois area. They're all somewhat friends or ex-racers that have raced in the past in the Peoria area, and they also race sim racing. So it's exciting to have this Peoria Invitational. I believe it's going to be about a 4-race series. This is the second race. We had some exciting racing at the dirt track at Charlotte last week. We had, I think our winner was Brayton Wallace with a win. A fabulous job. All these drivers I never really seen drive or have met them until last week. So what the Peoria Invitational does to let you race fans and spectators know is that these racers will be racing 4 different tracks, 4 races with 4 different cars. So last week was the super late models. This week's the UMPs, and I'm not sure what race the third race is. So we'll get into more details. We'll try to get an interview on. They're going to have a driver's meeting in about 10 minutes. So I'd like to welcome all you viewers back here to Pushing the Cushion. My name is Billy Idle. I'll be your announcer for tonight's action. And it should be a good one because they put on a super show with the super late models. Brayton Wallace won the first race. Barry Sauter, we're going to try to interview Barry. He got second place, and Brett Pryor got third place in the A-Main final of last week. So it was some great racing going on. Some great passes, especially at the dirt track at Charlotte. It's always fun. Limaland now something different for them. Now they are driving the UMPs, a little different, a different vehicle, smaller. So with being Limaland being smaller, then you know darn well that it's going to be exciting because it's going to be short. You're going to have some throttle control. The bottom side is going to be the fast line for a while. Then they're going to work themselves up to the top. But in qualifying, like most tracks, and I've said it 100 times, probably only like 10 times because I only announced a few times, but the bottom is going to be here, should be the fastest way around for qualifying. You only got so many laps to make up, so we're going to go from our heat race winners last week. I think Jonah Perkins, he won one of his heat weights. Dakota Hewing, he's here tonight. He won, I think, heat number 2 of last week. Brayton Johnson, Brayton did very good. He won one of his races, heat race 1, I believe. And then you have Jose Parga. He's here tonight. He ran and won heat number 4. So there's going to be some exciting racing going on here. Let's see if we can pick up some of the cars on the track before we move forwards. But I'll give you a little insight on the racing program for the Peoria Invitational. They're going to have a double B main. They're not going to have a C main. They're not going to have a B main, just 2 B mains. They're going to take the top 4 of the B mains. The heat races are going to be 8 cars, so that's going to be exciting. 4 cars from each heat, 8 laps, no cautions, and 2 Bs, 12 laps, 4 cars transferred to the A feature from each B main event. So that's going to be exciting to watch and fight for the positions that they want for the heat race to the transfer to the main and where they're going to set up for the main. So we're going to get on with racing here shortly. I'm going to play the national anthem. They're going to have a driver's meeting in about 2 minutes. And then we'll get back and try to see if we can interview some of these drivers. You know what? Mr. Sauter might be ready for me right now. Let me see if he is ready to talk to me. No, not just yet. So we're going to play the national anthem and we'll get into racing. So stay tuned. Thank you for joining UDSS and the Pushing the Cushion Productions. Welcome to Peoria Invitational UMP Modifieds at Limaland.
Two-time Grammy and 3-time Academy of Country Music Award winner Leanne Rhymes in the performance of our national anthem.
stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ringing, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that a flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome back, race fans, and this is Billy Idle for your racing action for tonight. I'm going to see if I can get a hold of Barry Sauter before they have that drivers meeting and have a little chat with him and see what he's got going for tonight after switching some race vehicles. Barry, this is Billy up in the tower. You have your mic?
Yep, loud and clear.
How you doing, Barry? Welcome, welcome back, and welcome to Limaland. This is something different for you guys. You guys ran the super late models last week, and now you're running the UMPs on a much smaller track. But you know, you got second place last race, was awesome. Congratulations on that. Hope you can do some podium finish today. But give the race fans here a little bit history on yourself with Sim and your history on a little bit on racing and where you're from, please.
Yeah, so as you noted, we went to a smaller track here at Limaland. It's kind of comparable to Peoria, you know, a quarter mile, a little bit more banked. As far as sim racing goes, you know, I started probably 11 years ago now, back in the NASCAR heat, dirt track racing days. Um, Tim Bennett and everybody that you know, has their dirt tracking app and kind of pioneered the way. My buddy Mark from Wisconsin kind of helped me get started in all this. As far as real racing, you know, my dad started racing in kind of the lowest class possible with Hornets. Worked his way up and proved that he could wheel a race car. So he bought a street stock and kind of bounced around in a street stock for 4 or 5 years, and then got brave, got an open modified, and kind of realized that the dollar bills add up quick in open modifieds. So we scaled back in 2013. I was grateful for that opportunity. My dad put me in the car full time. The only other full time season I had was '09 in a limited late model. 13, we went out to Peoria. Unfortunately, it flooded. Came back. We won, I think, eight shows, something like that in a row. Ended up winning the points there on a shortened season. Ventured out on my own with my own street stock, and now whenever we get back racing, I'll be back behind the wheel of my dad's crate modified. You know, can't thank him enough for the opportunity to do that. It's I can't wait for all of us race fans, racers to get back to the racetrack. Days like today, where it's 78 degrees outside and sunny, it's kind of a buzz go be inside.
Yeah, you know, it's always nice to be outside, but and there's some tough times right now, especially for the people that have lost family members, and we're fortunate to be around some friends and old friends, and we're inside and we're sim racing, but you know, we are fortunate right now to not have the pandemic of coronavirus, so we're lucky that we be doing this. But with good luck tonight. You had a second place in the main last week. Hopefully you can back that up with another podium. We should be interviewing here in the future again, if not on the podium tonight. But good luck, and thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks guys. Again, thanks to everybody that puts us on. Hopefully, we can put on a hell of a show for the fans and make this entertaining in a short track.
Yeah, I think it's going to be awesome. But thank you and good luck. see if we can
Billy,
get a hold of
Billy, you got a copy on me?
Yes, yeah. Who is this?
This is Billy down
Billy
here. I got
Billy
word of
Brickley.
a guy,
Mhm.
Matt Shannon, you need to talk to. He's a local racer, Peoria, and he made the World of Outlaw race last night on the World of Outlaw Invitational. Finished 7th in that. So see, I'm gonna drag him down here and let you get a word with him.
Is that
He's a good
Matthew
one.
Shannon?
Yep.
All right, bring him on down. We're good. The viewers are waiting to talk to and listen to people. So awesome. Please bring him down.
There's Matt Shannon for you.
Matt, this is Billy up in the tower. How you doing?
I'm all right.
You having fun today driving these UMPs?
Oh yeah, I'm trying to get used to it.
Yeah, something a little different. But rumors in the great through the pit area that you ran an outlaw show last night and you made the feature. And can you give us a little bit of insight on your sim racing and what you do in real life of racing, please?
Yeah. So last night I hopped on. Didn't really have any expectations for myself. Not very good at Knoxville. Ended up making the race and then came from 17th to 7th, just being slow and being smooth and stuff. But outside of the iRacing, I ran I think 5 seasons in a late model.
Mm-hmm.
2 of those were in a limited car, and then 3 in the super. And then we ended up selling our stuff at the end of this season because I'm going to college next year at the University of Tennessee. So not going to be a lot of racing next year, so I should probably get used to the sim racing stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But congratulations on your making the A main and finishing 7th. Well, congratulations on keep staying in school and going to college. It's not an easy task nowadays to keep your money going to college, but it depends on what you're going for. It's hard work. It's not easy. It takes a long period of time, a lot of loans and stuff to do it. But good luck. And what's your expectations tonight? I mean, with this UMPs, have you practiced this at all?
Not really. I kind of just hopped on here at 7 o'clock, so 46 minutes of practice is about all I got. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this track as far as with the modified, just because I'm not quite good in them, and I end up bouncing around a lot and seem to be a lot of caution. So I just want to make the race and try to stay clean, hopefully finish it. Not really worried about top 5 or winning or anything like that. So we'll see.
Well, with a good attitude like that, staying smooth and consistent, that's always the key to motorsports. You always have to be fast, but sometimes fast doesn't always get you in a winner's circle. But I hope that we're talking to you tonight, and good luck. Enjoy yourself, and thank you for coming. And we'll see. We'll hope to talk to you again.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, it looks like that we're going to be going here. Qualifying is going to start here shortly. A driver's meeting. They're going to advance the clock, I'm sure, just a little bit when they get ready to, because there's about 12 minutes and 45 seconds before we actually start the Peoria Invitational UMP Modifieds here at Limaland. That's race number 2. So I believe the street stocks, like a lot of you viewers just came on, they raced the super late models last week. It's a 4-race series. This week it's UMPs. Next week they'll be at, talking about tough track, Fairbury. And they're going to be in street stocks, so that might be a little bit better than sprint car 410s, a little bit less speed, maybe a little more racing action, because if you're not in the 410 getting around Fairbury, it's not always the easy task. So that'll be the third race, and looks like the 410s they'll be in the 410s at Knoxville on the 4th race. So next week will be Fairbury with the street stocks. The 4th, 2 more weeks after this will be 410s at Knoxville, their last one. So that means they drove super late models, street stocks, UMPs, and then the 410s, the big dogs at Knoxville. So this is going to be extremely exciting for these drivers. So we're going to look forward into that. So right now they're going to get into the drivers meeting, and then we're going to start qualifying here shortly. They're going to advance the clock. So again, a lot of you fans and viewers just jumped in. It's going to be probably 3 or 4 heats. They have 30 entries for tonight. This is an invitational race, a Peoria Invitational. It's not that they're trying to distance themselves from anybody or get someone in there that they don't know. It's just that these guys have all kind of from the Peoria area that know each other and race sim together. It's like we have Billy Brickley He was a track champion in Peoria a couple years back, so he's here tonight. I haven't seen him on the leaderboard. I don't know if he's racing or he's just still unloading his car. He came back from a 305 race and a 410 race at Knoxville yesterday. With his 4 young lady pit crew, so they're probably pushing a hauler over to Limaland here to unload his UMP. So we're gonna have to talk to him about that. But Billy won the track championship here a few years back, so hopefully that we can do some interviews with him a little later also. So qualifying still going about 10 minutes away. A lot of these guys are all new to me. We're gonna have probably three heat races. 4 cars go to the main, 2 B mains. 4 cars will go transfer from each B main. So hopefully that they do have 4 heats, because we could break it down to 24 cars, or have 24 cars instead of 20. But Limaland's going to be tough. It's a tough little bull ring. You got to work the bottom. You can do a slide job here and there, but you got to be careful, especially coming out of 2. You got that pit entrance coming on the track, and if you hit that wall where that opening is, that's not going to be a very pretty sight for your car. You're probably going to put it up on a hauler and load it up for the night, because it probably won't be the best place to be is hitting that wall. Then you have turn 4, coming out of 4. That's a good way to do a slide job, also pass from the bottom. But these guys will be on the bottom for a little bit. They're going to work themselves to the middle of the track and then work themselves to the top, because that's always going to be fast against the wall. With 30 cars, it might not dry out as much as we think it's going to dry out because of the low cars of 30, because I believe all they wanted to do was Invitational was pick maybe 40. So they're really at their max of their limit of the Invitational. From Jeff, I believe Jeff Hall is the president of the league. I could be wrong. I believe it is Jeff, though. I just don't. I think his last name is Hall. So it should be fun tonight. I had another announcer that was going to lead this race, but Dave Hasseldorf, I think, or Hasselhorf. I don't know his last name. They just said Haas, so we'll just leave it at that. So hopefully Dave will come on board here in about 5 or 10 minutes and join me, and we could split the announcing, and then maybe you could actually listen to someone that you understand, and because I get all hyped up and my words and names get all messed up, so it's always nice to have someone to calm down on the announcing booth versus me. So I'm going to be his Huckleberry sidekick tonight if he comes on board, and he'll probably take the mic over. So no cars on the track right now. Qualifying should be starting here any time. So we do have the points for the Peoria Invitational, and you're going to have Brayton Wallace. He won the race last week at the dirt track at Charlotte with 50 points. Barry Stoddard, which the gentleman that we interviewed just here a short time ago, has 48 points. Brent Pryor finished 3rd with 47. Then you got Dakota Hewing with 46 in the 4th spot, which Dakota won his heat race. You got Matt Shannon, which made Knoxville 410 A main final last night. Finished 7th, started 17th. Dalton Hewing, he's in the 6th spot of points. Blaze Baker, 7. Jonah Perkins in the 8th spot. I believe he won the first heat race of last week. So he won a heat race, got 8th in the A main final. Then you had Austin Friedman, number 41, with 41 points. And your top 10 was Lyndon Whitwill, finishing your top 10. So qualifying to start, they got 4 minutes. They're going to advance this as soon as they all qualify, so we can get right into our heat race number 1. As you can see, you have Adams Rhodes in the number 1 top spot as of right now, 13.271. The Buckshot Billy Brickley with a 13.299. Michael McKay's moved down. Brickley backs down to that 3rd spot. Jonah Perkins is right there. He just jumped up to the top spot. Brickley's actually going down the list right now. Jake Montgomery with a 13.2 in that second spot. Adam Rhodes in the third with 13.271. Excuse me. Glad I'm at home. Didn't want to spread anything. We got about 3 more minutes for qualifying or until everybody qualifies. And we have 10 more drivers that need to qualify. And we could start this heat number 1 here at the Peoria Invitational UMP Modifieds at Limaland. Race number 2. All right, I think everybody's qualified. So you got Jonah Perkins on that leaderboard, Matthew Bathhazer in the second spot, Jake Montgomery third, Sean O'Neill in the fourth, Adam Rhodes in the fifth, Brayton Wallace in the sixth, Lyndon Whitfield in the seventh, Jeff Curl in eighth, Billy the Buckshot Brickley in ninth, and Michael McKay's number 3 in the 10th spot. Followed by Cook, Simpson, Archidale, Sauter, Chastain, Shannon, Baker, Pryor, Archidale, and Sinkhorn to finish off from top 10 through the 20. So we're going to have some exciting racing. These drivers raced together last week at the dirt track at Charlotte, and it was simply amazing. They put on a really good show for the fans and for you viewers. They've never been in the super late models. All these guys come from the Hornets, go-karts, late models, UMPs, Mods B, Mod A's. So these drivers here in the Peoria Invitational just don't come from the Illinois area, and they're friends with each other, or they ran a sim league together a few years back. All these drivers that actually drive something or retired from something in the real world of racing. Like I said, there's just a variety of drivers. None of these guys really almost race the same class. I think that we have 30 drivers tonight, and I think between the 30 of them, probably 18 of them drive some sort of different kind of race car. So the background is pretty wide range of a variety of what these guys are used to sitting in. And most of these guys that race real cars or have raced, they're usually going to race what they want to race on the sim. If they race sprint cars, they're going to race sprint cars. If they run UMPs, they're going to run UMPs, super late models, etc., etc. So these guys are actually going to race what they actually really have raced in life and they enjoy. Not that they're going to race anything else on iRacing, but they're going to stick with that one. So the variety of this Peoria Invitational to run 4 different racetracks, 4 different class of cars is really going to be one driver is going to stand out and show that he can drive just about all the classes, and the point structure is going to be close where I think it's going to come down to 5 or 6 guys that all within maybe 8 points of each other because of the wide range of variety of style of cars that they're going to drive. So we're going to be racing here in about 25 seconds for heat number 1. That's exciting. I get to do some quick announcing, and I hope you viewers enjoy it. I might try to calm down as I've been kind of hyped up over the last 4 or 5 productions streaming I've been doing, but it's hard not to get excited. If I'm not racing, I want to get excited for you viewers, for you to enjoy your driver and the racing on the track. And I think Limaland is going to be exciting. It's not going to be like the dirt track at Charlotte where these guys are going to give a little room, because there's not much room to give here at Limaland. It's a little bull ring. It's tight. It's fast, and these guys are going to be running the wall. So we're going to get up with heat number 1, and we're going to get our cameras on Jonah Perkins, number 70. I believe it's number 70. And maybe we'll try to get into the car a few of these drivers so we can see what it's like to use throttle control. And heat number 1 gridding up. Row number 1 on the inside, Jonah Perkins with a car number 70. In the second spot, outside of the front row, Adam Rhodes, number 33. In the second spot, the double lot. In the third spot, Billy the Buckshot Brickley. And in the outside of row number 2, in the fourth spot, 369, Christopher Archidale. In the fifth spot, in the third row inside, number 77, Blaze Baker. And in the sixth spot, number 27, Dalton Hewing. In the fourth row inside, number 7, Michael Kozak. And in the eighth spot, Kayla Hulin, number 28. Sorry, my voice is gone. 4 days at the Knoxville, announcing 4 races at Knoxville in 2 days was a lot. So we're going to get on to our starts. Our starts will be on the flagman. And it looks like they haven't gave me the gentleman's name yet for who's flagging tonight. We had Dave White flag last night, but he did get sick. He couldn't follow us here at the UMPs. So we do have a new flagger, and I'll get his name in just a second for you race fans. So the pace truck's going to come in right now. Come into turn 4, come out, and these guys are going to go green. They're going green right now. Perkins gets a good jump, gets on the middle of the track right now. Adam Rhodes to the top. Here comes Billy the Buckshot, Brickley, and Archdale on the inside. Brickley in that green and yellow, green and black. Jonah Perkins in the blue and black, and in a red and white is Rhodes, and Christopher Archdale in the red and white car also. But your leader, Jonah Perkins, taking a little bit, about a 6-car length lead right now with 7 laps to go. Top 4 transfer to the A main final. Perkins really driving on a little bit low on the low side, coming out high, but really got a nice little commanding lead. Looks like he has driven these cars before, so that's exciting. So we're going to get back one more spot. We're going to get with the we're going to get ahead and go with the second, third, and fourth right there. Your 4th place car is going to be, I believe it's going to be Baker in that black, red, and white right behind the double out of Brickley. Now it's Baker going to come across the stripes for the 4th spot with 4 laps to go. Brickley trying to get on the inside, throws a slide job, rubs him a little sideways. They both stay sideways, nothing hurt, no damage done. It was just kind of side by side. Archdale gives it back, gives a little bit too much, kind of stalls it in the corner. Hewing hit him. If he would have kept sliding, I don't think that would have happened, but he kind of got next to Billy and he didn't want to rub him, so he kind of got on the binders and it caused the melee right then. So Perkins is really starting to stretch it out to about 10 car lengths. Brickley, Hewing, and Rhodes right now in the 2nd and 3rd spot. Rhodes right now in the 33 is your 4th spot. That's the pinkish red number white car in the 4th. No battle for the 4th, and they're coming across the checkered, and that's going to be the running order. And it looks like it's Perkins, Brickley, Hewing, and Rhodes going to the final. Kuzak and Baker, Archdale, and Hoolan is going to go to the B main event. That was exciting, but Perkins really ran away. Great job by Perkins. We're going to get into heat number 2. We're going to be gridding up in row number 1, inside number 16, Matthew Balthaser. In the 2nd spot, outside row 1, number 6, Brayton Wallace. In the 2nd row, inside number 26, Michael McKay. In the 4th spot, in the 2nd row, outside 189, we had an interview with him, Mr. Barry Sauter. 3rd row, inside in the 5th spot, Brent Pryor, number 50. In the 6th spot, Mike Spatola, number 89. In the 4th row, Thomas Eskew, number 29, and Dan Dozard, number 17th, in the 8th spot. So this is race number 2. This should be just as exciting as the first one. Matthew Balthaser will lead us down to this green. So it will be on our flagman. Still nobody has given his name to me, so I'm really surprised who's doing it tonight. But we're going to get to the bottom of that. Eight laps, top 4 transfer. Number 16 in the blue car, Balthaser is going to be leading them off. Brayton Wallace in the 2nd spot, the yellow and white. On the inside, McKay, outside Sauter in the red, white with checkered top roof. Here they go. Balthaser now gets a good jump, gets right up into the middle to the top, going into turn number 3 out of 4, and he's going to hold on into the first flag of green flag racing. Wallace, McKay, and Sauter, top 4 all together, falling back a little bit from the Pryor. Coming across the checkers here again. Balthaser in number 16 is your leader. Brayton Wallace in 2nd. Barry Sauter in the 3rd spot. Michael McKay in the 4th spot. So the black car is all your transfer. Here comes that white and red of Brent Pryor. Brent Pryor is going to want to move up and try to take that transfer spot, and I think he's working on it right now. So let me see if I can get a hold and get back on the fourth and 5th spot right there. That's McKay That's Pryor in the white number 50. McKay in the black with the orange with 4 laps to go. That is the battle for the transfer spot right now. The both of them, all the 5 drivers, 6 drivers, are all pretty much staying in the middle of the track. Nobody's kind of going down really low. They might go high in the middle, come down low. Moisture's all over the track. Not a lot of racing been on this track since they redone it earlier today. Put water on it, kind of cut it up a little bit, opened it up, and got some about 100 vehicles on it to flatten it out. But it's still Pryor with 2 laps to go. Pryor's just not getting close enough to McKay. It looks like he keeps trying to get closer going in 3 and 4. It seems like he makes up ground in 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 he loses it. But this is going to be the final lap right now. And that's the checkered flag. And it looks like it's going to be Balthaser, Wallace, Sauter, and McKay's in your top 4 going to the A main feature, Pryor going to the B main. This is going to be grid heat number 3. And on the inside, we're going to be calling out, I believe it's going to be Jake Montgomery, number 21. Outside of row number 321, Lyndon Whitfield. In the second row inside, Dawson Cook, number 64. In the 4th spot, second row outside, Mike Chastain, number 40. Third row, Austin Archidell in number 10 in the 5th spot. And in the 6th spot, Eric Smith, number 9. In the 4th row, Michael Manel in number 021. In an A spot, number 22, Tyler Etherton. This is going to be exciting. Jake Montgomery is going to come across and take the green first as soon as our flagman throws the green. Remember, it's all initial starts are on the flagman. Throughout the main events, all restarts will be on the pole sitter on the front row inside. He can jump anytime as soon as the truck gets off the track. And all 4 wheels have to be off the race surface. So here they come down for the green flag. It's Montgomery on the inside, Whitfield on the outside, followed by Cook and Chastain. Montgomery and Whitfield get into it. Whitfield touches Chastain, Montgomery, gives him a little love tap, makes him push them up high. Whitfield comes across, gives Whitfield a little bit of help to throw the slider on his own self, kind of pushed that car into a slide before he got to the turn. But Montgomery is just keeping down, pinched down, while Whitfield kind of leans on him a little bit and pushes that car sideways for him so he doesn't have to turn the wheel himself. 6 laps to go, drivers. It looks like it's still going to be Montgomery, Whitfield, and Cook in that running order. So Montgomery comes across the checkers with 5 laps to go across the stripes, I'd call it. I wouldn't say checkers because not the end of the race. Whitfield in the 321 in that 2nd spot, number 21 on his car in the blue car. 3rd spot is Dawson Cook in the black, and in a white car you have Chastain. So let's see if we can go back down the line a little bit and see if we can pick up 3rd and 4th. There's no battle really for a position. There is your 3rd and 4th, Cook and Chastain with 3 laps to go. Smith is a little bit farther back right now. He's he's sitting back. He's trying to cut the middle and down and come down in the lower in the out of the corner to try to gain some ground. Chastain goes high. Smith comes on the bottom, works himself back up to the top with 2 laps to go, race fans. This is Pushing the Cushion production live from Limaland with the UMP Peoria Invitational UMP race. Race number 2. That's the checkered flag. So the running order is going to finish like it started, with Montgomery with the win, Whitfield in 2nd, Cook in the 3rd, Chastain in the 4th. Smith is going to go to the B main event, and those drivers in top 4 will go to the A main final. So now they're gridding up for race number 4. We'd like to thank our sponsors here on United Dirt Sim Series: Design Metal Art, Jessup Logistics, Sofa King Fast Sim Sports, Pushing the Cushion Productions, Speed World Hobbies, And Works Graphics, if you want one of your simulator race cars painted, talk to Dave Ward at Works Graphics, and he'd be glad to set you up. Tell him you watch his streams, and you never know what kind of discount I think he throws out there for anybody that views our races all the time. So it's nice to have someone paint some race cars. We're going to grid up, and row number 1 is going to be Sean O'Neill, 210. In the second spot, Jeff Curl, number 12. In the second row, inside, going to be Shelly Simpson, number 20. In the third spot, Matt Shannon in the fourth. Carter Sinkhorn in the fifth spot, number 19. 23, Andrew Bishop in the sixth spot. Fourth row, inside, Austin Lynn, number 72. And Dan Patneau in car number 1. Let's going to get them coming around. Pace truck is going to come off the track. Going to go down and put our cameras on number 210. That will be Sean O'Neill. He's going to be taking the green. Here they come. O'Neill with a great start. Shelly Simpson, I'll get his name. I'm sure it might not be Shelly. Not saying it's not his name, but I believe that they did make a driver change prior to the race. I haven't got all the information yet. But it's Simpson, Shannon, and Sinkhorn, 3 abreast, side by side, going 3 wide, coming out of turn number 2. They're coming down the stripes right now. It's O'Neill starting to stretch it out. Curl in second. Simpson and Shannon in third. Sinkhorn in the fourth spot. Now Shannon's taking over that second spot, number 20. Shelly now, Simpson, Shannon, and Sinkhorn. They're just going back and forth right now. Here they come across the stripes. I believe it's going to be still O'Neill and Shannon, number 15. Oh, and Shannon goes up high, does like a slide job gone wrong, missed the leader, but he went high, and that's going to let Simpson get underneath him. Simpson's going to climb underneath him right now in that second and third spot. There's the battle for second and third. Fourth is right all together. Fifth is a little bit back. That fifth spot is Austin Lynn. So it's Shannon, Simpson, Sinkhorn. Simpson underneath Shannon. Shannon's not going to have any part of it. They're going to stay in the middle, sliding their cars, throwing them in before they get to the corner. Sinkhorn's trying to work on Simpson right now. Simpson is in that blue and white car. Sinkhorn in the black. Shannon right now in the blue and white, while your leader, 210, Sean O'Neill, is that orange and blue and white with 2 laps to go. This is heat race number 4. I'm sure right after this will be the B mains, but we got a nice little run here. He's running lap times of 13.5s, was his best on this lap, 13.7 on his last lap. 13.4s for Shannon in the second place. So your fastest car on the track right now is your second place car, and that's number 15 of Shannon trying to do a slide job in your leader. He made up a lot of ground. He ran up on the side of him, and now that was a checkered flag, and it's going to be right now your running order is going to be O'Neill with the win, Shannon in second, Simpson in third, Sinkhorn in fourth, and Lynn and the rest of the crew are going to go to the B main, which I told you viewers, if you showed up late, we're going to have 2 B mains. Top 4 are going to go to the A main feature. 12 laps. Starts on the green flag, and there'll be no yellows unless a major crash comes up on the first, I'd say the first half lap. They probably could throw a yellow. So we're going to keep our eyes on that and see how they're going to rack them and stack them like that, and we'll go from there. So it's really up to iRacing what they're going to do and what they actually apply. Sometimes iRacing is like NASCAR. They have a little bit different rules than what our league does. So we have to listen to iRacing because they have the power to do whatever they want. So we're going to start with heat number, this is the C main. So it's really going to be the B main because there is no C main. So whatever you see on the screen, race fans and viewers, it's not the C main, it is a B main. Adam Rhodes, number 33, on the inside of row number 1. Outside in the second spot, number 40, Mike Chastain. In row number 2, Michael Kuzak in number 7 in the third spot. Fourth spot, Eric Smith in car number 9. Third row inside, number 77, Blaze Baker. In the sixth spot, outside row 3, 22, Tyler Etherton. In the fourth row inside, 369, Christopher Archdale. And in the eighth spot, outside row 4, number 10, Austin Archdale. In the ninth spot, Kayla Hoolan, number 28, and Michael Minnell in number 021 in the 10th spot. And that is it. Top 10